Well, American Bob's going insane. I've been vaping some THC Delta 9. I want to tell you something about Queen Dak, and I'm really into her so deep. Now, I've been with a lot of findom sadists, female dominant sadists. Hmm. And they're not hard to find, and there's more of them you think they are. Most definitely more of them. Because see, tomboy, you know, it is that females is just how they present themselves. Do they present themselves as submissive or dominant? And a lot of these girls are dominant. I introduce my balls to them and it intrigues them. It does. It intrigues them. Um, the only thing about this when you're doing it, hmm, it's scary. It's very scary. Now I'm just chilling out. I'm gonna go lay down in a little bit. But it's kind of weird, really, because I'm thinking of all the girls. Mistress Nicole is a complete night and day different when she goes into a session with me. She doesn't care if I want to do it in private, she'll do it in private. I have to pay exclusive to get cam to cam, and that's per minute, or I can do it in a personal message with pictures. And then she says, "Can you tip me in my room?" And I tip 10, 20 tokens once you'd say so. Um, But the whole thing is you get into a relationship with your lady. There's a helicopter flying over. I'm gonna have to try to figure this out. Now the whole thing is that one lady I told you about was just flat mean. She was a mean, mean bitch. Never smiled. Just a mean, evil, evil woman. You know. I went through 2 or 3 sessions with her. I'm going, "You're too strange, woman." You meet one of these fandom sadists, they're weird. This woman was strange, strange. Had me doing full body torture. Oh man, the things she put me through, man. I was digging rice out of my knees when I was kneeling on rice. This woman was evil, evil. But you see, by doing this, as a mascus man, you're going to meet your lady, but you'll have to go through quite a few to find the one that's going to be able to work with you. That's the hardest part, you know. Um, Mistress Tina, I don't know what she did. Um, I have no idea what she did. She was a night and day different when I went into another session with her. First session, um, she had a dildo and the balls and everything. Somehow the ball split open, and I still wonder if it did split open or you did it yourself just to show me, yeah, I could cut in there and take your. I think it was that. And a little ball fell out, and then she said, "I want you to hold it your penis like that, and bang, bang, bang." But for me, like I said, I've got situational things I've got to take care of, and I do. And I'm going to try to think of something I can eat that's. Oh, I thought about tuna. Nah, I don't like tuna. Nah, I don't like tuna either. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and end this vlog, and I'm gonna say, Mascus guys, I want you to ask yourself a question. What's your favorite pain? That's what the Dom that's going to a session should ask, because the ones that's not, she can use against you as punishment. You see, I know this inside and out, inside and out. And now, Fanny or Annie, whatever, Mistress Annie, I went probably farther with her than I should have. I should have never gone as far as I did with her. Sometimes the maskless man wants to push it one step like that. The things that she had me do, mm, 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 mm. So you can understand, it's a lot of the guys that did the ball busting and CBT and stuff. After a while, they have to just leave it. They can't do it anymore. I don't know if I can either. I'm just too old now. But there's nobody, I guarantee you, there's nobody that knows more about it than I do. No. The reason why the girls say anal, it's unnatural to the man, unless you're bi or gay. It's unnatural. Okay. So what these girls do is they peg, and that's going through the anal with a fake penis. They peg it. I think I'm gonna probably get a strike on this one. It should be over 21. That's what I'm gonna put on it. Come on, YouTube. It's not that hard to do. So anyway, to make a long story short, I like working with the girls. I do. But after a while, like I said, it takes your balls to heal like 2 or 3 days. I tried going in one session with a girl when the swelling went down. I said, hell, I'll do it. She said, send me a picture, and I did. She said, nope, not today. Let him heal. Thanks for listening, guys. I don't know what's going on with me physically. I really do not. But tomorrow I get my 300 something dollars on my card. I feel bad about my medical costs, though. I don't like to. If I'd have known all this, I would have had them extracted. See, the reason why I have so many extracted ones, because insurance wouldn't cover the tooth of them going down, and that's surgery. I don't know. I think I'm gonna talk to United Healthcare and tomorrow and see what they can do about it. Um, right now, I'm checking out Alice. That is an outstanding lingerie. I have no idea where she got that. I mean, when she put that on, I went, wow, that's a little bit like Augusta had some wild looking ones too. And the whole thing is, I'm going to go ahead and end this. You know, will I ever go back in a session? Queen Dak, I will, definitely. I will. Because I just loved her so much, and I did. So I'm going to go ahead and end this vlog. And let me talk to the female dominance. If you have sadism in you, try to present it little at a time. Because if you do it too much, your slave gets freaked out. He goes, I'm going somebody else. The way to do it is you gradually increase the pain, gradually increase it. And you'd be surprised what the testicles can take. As I've said, the scrotum is full of nerve endings, making it extremely sensitive. So the whole thing is when they swell, I'm not worried about it because that's what they're supposed to do to protect the testicle. Now, it is like I said, guys, I'm a teacher now, basically. Miss Tina got crazy, and then what Tina did was take me to another session. She said, this is what I learned from you. Thank you, Miss Tina. It's kind of tough because these Dom girls are very strict, and they don't like any male tell them anything. I mean, it's pretty bad, you know. Some are lesbians, and the ones that are lesbians scares the immoral hell out of me because they don't care. They will ruin my penis and balls. They will. Absolutely. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this vlog and chill out a little bit, and I'm gonna look back over Queen Dak. I've never seen nobody do a session like she did with me. I learned from her. You know, she was putting me in a position with clamps, wood clamps, on my balls, and she kept saying one more. I said, please, no. I said, please, no. I think I tipped her like 20, 20 tokens 2 times in a row saying, please, you know. But the whole thing is, guys, is that and I always tell maskless guys, how far to go. Now, if you're like Brian B, he had to be making good money. I mean, damn good money with the videos he sold to like the porn sites and stuff, people. But, for me, it gives me joy to see a sadistic girl giggling or smiling or biting her lips right there, going, you know, cause it sort of is a weird feeling for the sadistic dom to feel that. Females are deeper than masters are, much deeper. Female dominance, and I praise them. I really do. Queen Dak basically did a perfect session, cause she got out away from fist. She got all away from that, because what she likes is to see him get really red. Whenever you slap something and you're really slapping it good and hard, it starts to get really red and they hurt. She said, I like them red and hurt, you know. So I've always said to the female dominants out there, you know, with your sadistic ideas of ball busting and stuff like that, you got to understand you got to keep those balls healthy. I always remember that, because you get a boxer in the ring, he gets beat up pretty good. I don't know what that is. He gets beat up really good, and he can't go in another fight. He's got to get medical help, uh, clean up his where he got hit and stuff. Sometimes when blood builds up here, they just slice it, let the blood come out, and then sew it up. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and end this, but it's like being a boxer. It really is. There is, believe it or not, and you can look that up on the internet. And I'm gonna do it in a little bit. It's some kind of karate. I don't know the name of it. It's weird. There's a guy that they claim had absolutely no underwear on under his gi, little things, pants put up. I get confused. I took Taekwondo enough to hurt somebody. That's about it. So back to what I'm saying is that it's a really strange place to be. But you'll go through and pick out some of these. Queen Dak is really got me. She impressed the immortal hell out of me, because she knew what to do to my balls without hurting them, and she could increase the number. As she said, I don't want you to stop slapping them. I want you to continue to slap them. I'm going, damn, girl. But I'm going to chill out right now, and I've got some dishes in there that I washed. This is not going to work. I thought it might, but I got to go through here and get this and this in a different place. See, in a small apartment like this, I run out of space. So if I clean this right here, I might could do something. Alrighty, guys. Subscribe and tell Beauty Ray Bella, I think it's Bella, and Kritish Shalish. Who else? LAX. You know, have those girls come to the channel. Because when you're being a dom, as I said before, you are the mother of that boy, and you're going to discipline him the way you want him to be with you. And you see, it's a mind game, is what it is. But it's basically the femdom when she has a connection with her mascus slave. It's sort of a mutual respect. And I got into that with Queen Dak, and when she slammed the door on my face, didn't want to even talk to me and nothing. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this to say I'm just an old washed up old man that needs to work on a lot of things. A lot of things. This is going to be XXX 20 over 21. And then people come to this or report it, you shouldn't. My goal is to help fandoms out, to help them. You know, your slave has things he likes. Could be sex with you, and you cut him out. We're not going to do that because you're a bad boy. You know, there's a lot of things you can do. The good old fashioned spanking, you know, and don't have them lay over you. Well, yeah, you could have them lay over your lap. That would be good. That would be interesting. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and end this now, and I got to figure out how to start working out. All righty, guys. Peace.